Hi guys, another morning chat. We'll do what we always do. Ohio time, 10:10. Or is it 10:05? It's 10:05. It was almost 10:10. Anyways, you're gonna see this yucky band-aid on my finger. Behind me, this candlestick broke a dish that I got in Canada probably like 12, 13 years ago. I lived up there for a while. I just took off and moved there, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I was trying to move it, and I don't know if you guys saw it. If you go back into the videos, it's really large. It's like an orangish brown, and it was crackle all the way through it. Well, I got mine before they were popular at like Pier 1 and stuff. I actually bought it from a pottery guy that also blew glass. He's up in the upper part, right at the tip of Saskatchewan, which is rural. So anyways, I was moving it down a little because my computer monitor is right behind there and all these books, but I don't really have anywhere to move them to, not now at this time. So I was moving it down, and this is metal, so it fell on it and it just broke it. So I was really sad. All over the floor back there. My birds are back there. I had to pick it up. I had to get the vacuum and vacuum it up. And I thought, well, maybe Spirit's telling me that when something's broken and you can't glue it back together, these were all in tiny pieces. There were a few large pieces. When something's broken and you can't put it back together, maybe it's time to just leave it. And that might be a message for all of us that are going through the same thing. The question is, should we wait? How long should we wait? Is it justifiable? What they did, is it forgivable? If they do come back, can you trust them again? Are they willing to work with the boundaries that you have? And are they willing to go to counseling? Are they willing to check in with you? Are they willing to offer you like the passcode to their phone, the passcode to wherever their messenger is, at least for a while? Different things. Are they willing to check in when you want them to check in? I don't know. It's going to be different for all of us. The main thing is, I don't think we can sit around and hope for them to come back. We need to move on, and hopefully many of us are doing that. You read it down in the comments, but how true is it? What's the percentage? Is it 40%, 50%, which is halfway, 60 or 90? What is the percentage that people are going to chase them or take them back? Because we read it all the time in the threads. So it's something to think about. And with that percentage rate, do we really want to? Is it good for our health long term? Because I can tell you, being married to a narcissist for 8 years, I had some major health issues coming out of there. And I'm not talking mental anxiety, depression. I do have that. And it's manageable, but it won't go away. And mine was brought on by trauma with him. I'm talking about like fibromyalgia, digestive problems. I got a host of those too. And once the trauma comes on, it's sometimes the health issues you get from it are very, very, very hard to correct. And you'll have to live with it the rest of your life. You'll have to find ways. Like I had to find ways to change my diet, take probiotics. I mean, and it's expensive because you can't just take, the ones you get at Walmart off the shelf. You have to go to like a health food store where maybe they're refrigerated. Some of them aren't, like a lot of them don't have to be refrigerated anymore, but I'm talking like high strengths and strains of the bacteria you need to keep your gut in check. And also our gynecological health. Develop breast cancer, tumors. You can have a whole host of things down below. And some of them, unfortunately, came from having sex with that person. And maybe the complications didn't present themselves. You didn't see them on that person. But they're triggered by stress. So now you have left him and maybe you're dealing with it, like herpes or whatever else, HPV. Let's get real here. I want this channel to be a real platform, and we're not just talking about chasing somebody and wanting them to come back. When you guys do come in here, once you see my clickbait, I'm hoping that we can all have a discussion and be able to take care of ourselves better than we have. Because when you're in stress, you're in abuse, you care more about the abuser than you do yourself. You get like trauma bonded to them, or Stockholm syndrome, and you don't want that to happen. Please take care of your gynecological health. If you don't have a gynecologist, you can go to Planned Parenthood. They're just as good with their testing, and they have a doctor or a nurse practitioner or a physician assistant on site, and they can give you pap tests, breast examinations, and they test for STDs. I would be getting a AIDS test. I would be getting Hep C. And I don't know how they test Hep A or B. C's, I think they always test for C, and also HPV, and then be able to, if you feel so inclined and you're going to fool around still, not even with that dude, but somebody else, I would think about getting the HPV vaccination, because that's silent. You don't see that at all. So that's just a thought. That's just a thought. Also, if you're dealing with a full-fledged narcissist, I have 2 people that on the internet that you can watch. The one guy, my therapist has me watch regularly, and this goes back to 2016. His name is Sam Baknin, Baknin. He's a Jewish guy. Not that that matters. I'm Jewish though. But he's on the internet, on YouTube. He's the world's foremost. Most of the words that you're using, like flying monkeys, supply, covert, overt, malignant, came from him. So he not only gives messages about that subject. He has borderline personality disorder. There's many topics he discusses. He's a funny dude. Like, he tells it just like it is, so don't be put off by him. The other guy is Richard Grannon. He used to work with Sam. His topics are not as clinically based because he doesn't have a degree. So check those two out. They might be of service to you. This video is already at 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is pull one card, discuss it, and then I'm going to come back on in another video and I'm going to pull a regular spread. Remember, Surreal Oracle Stories, Heather. Like and subscribe. Share too. Click the bell. Anyways, remember our little dealio. If they're not shuffling the cards, move on. They're not legit. If you were playing a board game like Clue, everybody cheats at Clue. But if you're playing Clue or something of the sorts, and somebody was to, when no one was watching, slip a card at the bottom, slip one in the middle with the clues because they didn't want to answer them. Shit. Somebody catches you, man, you're fucking out of there. They're going to call you out like no tomorrow. They're going to be like, what the hell? You just cheated. So why aren't we doing that with these readers? Like, why are people watching them and giving them giving them the due? I don't understand it. Okay, here we go. Enough of the rant. I gotta put my glasses on, people. I'm gonna have a light. Okay, we have growth. Inside myself, I've sown beauty. Inside myself, I've sown beauty with wounds, which speaks of my immortality in the expansive eternal song, softly bellowing in spirit. Growth. Next one's indulgence. I know, 2 fell on the floor, so I took them. The next one's indulgent, and we all know this. And it's a number 10, so it means completion. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours, demand what you need. And the full moon's in the back. Flowing river. There's some mountains. She's in a tub with flowers, and those flowers represent an actual wreath. So it's eternal life. It's like the circle of life, like maybe the Wheel of Fortune. She has candles around. Look at her face. She likes it. So we have this girl looking for growth, and she's achieving it. Look, she's looking within the flowers, in the vines, for those vines to give her a direction in which way she goes. She's actually indulging in the flowers. So her indulgence, and she's a number 10, so she's to completion. Her indulgence in the wreath is going to lead her to the growth she needs. See that mountain? She's going to be climbing up and over it. It's going to lead her to where she needs to go. Her face is kind of not able to see it very well, just the shadow, just the silhouette, because she's still growing. Remember what I told you guys the other day? When you're in the abuse, you don't see how you look. I encourage you all, if you're still in it, to take a picture of yourself, because you're going to look totally different by the end of it. You won't even believe. I'm telling you, if you saw the pictures of me after, you would be like, who is that sickly ghost, skinny, like, I had to shave my head because my hair was falling out. All my eyelashes fell out, my eyebrows, everything fell out. Everything. So She went from a number 10, which she completed, and it's kind of dark out, to a number 7, which is growth. And she's going to be eternally headed forward with the fragrant flowers and the ferns. But see her face? This is what she looked like before. We don't know what she's going to look like now. We don't even know what her clothes are going to look like. That's what they refer to as a death, completion, one mindset going in to be complete, rebirth. We don't know. We don't know what's in store for her, and neither does she. But she knows that she can't go back. She can't go back past the 10. She can only move forward because this life is gone. It's gone. And nor does she want it. And that's why she's celebrating. That's why she's so relaxed in the face. This is gone. This is new. So that's the message I have. And I think that ties into the chat that we had in the beginning. Just take care of yourself, please. If you're sleeping with anyone, especially that person, please wear protection. I mean, you hear all these scare tactics on here, but it's true. They don't need to scare the way they do. They could just talk from woman to woman. And I say woman to woman because we get analytics of our channel, and I don't have any men watching this. Most of my channel is ages 35 to 50, my age. So please, 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 just protect yourself, because you don't want to get in that situation on top of everything else that's going on with you. So hey, this is all. I'm going to come back on. We're going to do a longer spread. Oh yeah, this was the season of the Witch Tarot, which if the same people are watching me, they know. Still searching for new decks, but man, I haven't found any. So they're all like this dreamy, like, it's okay for other people. No. I like, this is about as dreamy as I go, and this is real. They're just paintings. So I'm off here. See you in a few minutes.